there are still parents who did not accept to send the girls to school. So fundamentally for me, it is trying to deal with the cultural norms and attitudes that investing in a girl is investing in the future of the society.
One of the things that government needs to do to look at those things that affect the retainers. One, the enrollment, for example, in UPE schools is really high. The ratio girl to boy is high at between P1 and P3. But after P4, girls are dropping out of school.
UPE came, UPE opened a lot of gates for girls, and a lot of them got into schools. But when they get there, they don't feel very comfortable there, especially the rural poor and the urban poor, and then the ones who have been in disturbed areas.
Violence is one big issue that needs to be attended to if girls are going to access education.
Until we look at education of a girl child in totality, including the issues that affect them as persons, the investment we're talking about might not yield results.
Welcome back. Those are some views from women activists and leaders in some.
Yes, I do agree with what they are saying, because they are really honest. They are analyzing. They are looking at the policy in education, because surely in education, like they affirm at the 1.5. By the way, we originated it in Oxford, University Women and FIDA, and it came up like that. And then, of course, the UPE thing. For me, I don't want to talk so much about the UPE.
Okay, let me shift the discussion here. You are saying that government is not giving you what you want. You want the government to give you something. Can't you do something on yourselves?
But
if
let me tell you what I'm talking about. We need political will, which is demonstrated through action, and these are the actions: the legal, policy, and institutional framework.
DRB,
all of them. DRB, you know what?
Because that
domestic relations bill is like a constitution for a family, which sets out the rights of women as human beings and their responsibilities, and it would categorically say, yes, a woman is a human being. When she's a girl, this is how she should be treated. She should be entitled to inheritance of property with her brother. Let me tell you, right now, there is, don't bring that. There is a discrimination against a girl child, which goes through up to discrimination against a woman. So we want laws which do away with discrimination, which equate a girl child to a boy child, which equate a man to a woman, which goes to ownership of property, ownership of homes. Right now, as I talk here, a woman has no home. A woman has no home because the legal framework is not there. The institutional frameworks are not there. So and most important,
in that kind of environment, Miria, do you really think
resources?
Do you really think this domestic relations bill will be passed in this kind of environment, where many people think in a patriarchal society like Uganda that is going to cause us or cause men a lot of trouble?
Let me tell you, Bambi. You see, as long as Ugandans continue to be ignorant in their inability to relate gender equality and women's empowerment to development. It has been categorically said, and even the third Millennium Development Goal, UN, says that without gender equality and women's empowerment, these African states cannot develop. The issues of gender equality and women's empowerment are issues of development. They are issues of good economics.
But
they are issues about
even when you have gathered in big conventions and summits, but even when you have gathered in big summits like the Beijing plus 10, after that, nothing has happened. Even you, yes.
Don't say nothing, because when you say nothing, you are not being right.
But still,
because,
you are saying,
like I told you, this is a journey. I've told you, the issue, the struggle for gender equality is not a one-time activity. It is a long journey. Gender, what is it that impedes, constrains women's equality and empowerment? Perhaps I should tell you, there are certain 5 factors. Let me tell you, because that's when you will understand.
There should be laws that are enabling laws that are making it able for you maybe to have money, to have factors of production?
May I tell you, may
Yes.
I educate you and the public? When we are fighting the battle for gender equality and women's empowerment is against the following things: customary and cultural attitudes that underrate and undermine the status of women, which must be addressed; religious misinterpretation and misapplication, which impinge and undermine the status of women; discriminatory nature of the law affects gender equality and women's empowerment; weight, poverty, lack of economic empowerment, undermines
how do you say
the status
all this is
of
lacking
women.
when you have a lot of visibility, political visibility? Listen, in this cabinet, they have appointed so many women.
Did you listen to those 5 factors?
I did.
No.
I did.
One of them, which you didn't allow me to say, is lack of education and lack of awareness about the importance and relevance of women's empowerment to development. So when we are struggling, we must focus on dealing with these 5 factors. And you cannot deal with them in a year or in a day and finish them. So this is a short time. I can't educate you on all these issues. But I am putting, I'm putting the battle in the perspective. The factors which we are fighting against.
I have a fair understanding.
And you move step by step.
I have a fair understanding of what you've been trying to do, what women in Uganda have been trying to do, and the challenges they meet. And I've seen they have been given the opportunity, but the opportunities in some cases has been squandered.
No? For instance, how?
If there's a woman minister for finance, why can that be why don't you look at that as an achievement?
Why should it be achievement if the money is not going to the women to improve their lives? Even if you put, for instance, you can put the woman, I hope my sister is now a woman for agriculture. Does that mean that we have market now for women's produce? Does it mean that the roads which prevent the women's matoke from reaching Kampala have been dug?
We have
no, I'm not challenging their competence.
We have Otieno online. Otieno, what's your take?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I have a question for Honorable.
Yes.
Former Honorable.
I'm still honorable, my dear. I'm a very honorable woman.
Okay, you said that this emancipation and fight for women's rights and so on didn't begin with this government, that it began way back even during Obote's time.
Independence.
Independence, fine.
It dates that way.
Okay, we'll drop that call. So if...
I'm not underrating any woman minister.
Okay.
But I'm saying putting ministers there and singing to us that you have ministers there, to us does not mean much. Yes, we want them there, but we want them there to make a difference. Now I am yet to see whether now that Hope Mwesigi is the Minister of Agriculture, whether we shall get market for produce for those women, whether the matoke will come from the village where there are no roads and come to Kampala and sell, whether they will get like industries to process their produce.
Let's take Bob
whether
from Masaka.
This is the thing I'm talking about.
Bob in Masaka, what is your take?
Hello?
Yes, Bob.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, mine is just a word of encouragement to the Honorable. And I'll just request that you please give her more time to explain, because she's the guest.
Wama, thank you very much. He's just shutting me down when I want to explain.
Okay, but really.
But for you, really, I'm now going to interview you if you are not careful. Because let me tell you, we have to have women with power to influence decisions. If the NRM government has been in power for the last 23 years, in fact, it should have done much more. And I thank it. I have always said I will give credit where it is due. At least it brought environment, it brought the principle of affirmative action and gender balance. And by these principles, women are there. But the question is, what is the impact? What is the impact? Because if you are in parliament and you say, please allocate money to our ministry.
The impact is women are getting education more than before. The 1.5 they are giving them for university.
Yes, I appreciated
UPE,
that. I appreciated
universal
that.
secondary education. Those are steps.
I told you that we have come from somewhere and we are somewhere. And I'm telling you that the biggest challenge we have now is translating participation into action. It is not enough for you, in fact, to put us in positions and we are not having power to influence direction is very counterproductive. Because they will say, we put you there, what did you do?
Joseph Nikireka.
Yes. Now, I'm giving a question. I see Honorable emphasizing much on saying empowering of women. The problem lies within women themselves. When one does not want to use the powers that has been given, them should not be given to men. Most women need to get enough education. As you know, that we come from the culture that mostly do not support equality. You know, even the cultures of Islamic cultures and so forth. This must be handled smoothly over a longer time of period. You can't rush it so fast. Two, you must know that God made men to be the overall. So you should not remove all the powers from the men. We need to love you as our women, and we communicate, but equality remains that the men always must be overall. That is, even the Honorable there knows that she is not above her husband.
Okay.
For me, that gentleman is talking because he doesn't clearly understand what we mean by issues of gender equality. No, at no time have we said that women should become men, or women should take over the authority and positions of men. We are saying no. Women are human beings, and they are equally entitled to opportunities that accrue to men. For instance, when I say I should own land as much as a man owns land, I should own a home as much as a man owns a home. I should not own a home at the will of a man, so that tomorrow he say, I don't need you anymore, get out of here. And he gets out. He comes in the evening, he beats me up. By the way, I want to tell that gentleman that when God created man and woman, at creation, he never told man to rule over man. In fact, when you read Genesis chapter 1, no! When you read Genesis chapter 1, verse 17, it says he made them man and woman and told them to subdue the earth. At creation, man and woman were supposed to be equal.
Okay. Let me take Patrick
completely.
from Barara.
Don't. Okay.
Patrick from Barara.
Hello?
Yes, Patrick.
Yes. Yes, hello.
Go right ahead with your question or comment, Patrick.
I want to thank Honorable for that message. I want to thank Honorable for that message. Let us thank His Excellency the President for giving women that chance of to be leaders. However, I wanted to say that God clearly put it that women should respect and obey their husbands.
Who is questioning that?
But Honorable,
I respect my husband, my dear.
There is a tendency,
and we are very happy.
There is a tendency of women saying that now that I'm a leader, or I am a head of this family, so you should say nothing. No, it shouldn't be so.
Okay, thank you very much, Patrick Inimbarara.
You see, I don't want these people to really minimize the issues of gender equality and women's empowerment. We are saying that women should be entitled to equal opportunities as men are entitled to.
That's what I'm saying.
And therefore, it shouldn't be minimized to...
As you try to ask government to give you all this, my question is, what are women doing themselves to be able to stand?
Which women? First of all, you heard me tell you about the factors that constrain women's empowerment. One of them is cultural attitude. You have listened to those two gentlemen who have asked. They don't look at a woman as a full human being in her own right. They are saying she should be there.
Gloria in Banda, what is your take?
Hello?
Yes, Gloria.
Yeah, I just want to make a comment about what they are discussing. I want to thank the Honorable for the way she's discussing. She's really discussing as a woman. She is a woman. She has the feeling for women. She's not only thinking about herself, but she is thinking about all the women. She has the feeling all the women are going through. But I'm not happy of what his co-presenter is trying to. She's trying to intervene in whatever she is trying to explain to us. He should really wait until she finishes giving a point before he can intervene.
Thank you very much, Gloria.
Thank you very much for defending me. You see, it's preventing me from advancing these issues. For instance, you know what you have asked me, that what should women do?
Unfortunately, we're going to take a break now, but when we come back, you'll have to, I'll give you more time, so that Gloria has said. But let me remind you of the poll question, which is, do you believe women in Uganda are marginalized? I repeat the poll question for tonight. Do you believe women in Uganda are marginalized? You can SMS your yes or no answer to 8778. I repeat, 8778, and we'll show you results of the poll at the end of this question. Don't go away.